Om Hara 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 Om
Namasomaya Charudraya Chanamastavraya Charunaya Chanama Chandaya Chapashupataye Chanama Ugraya Chabhimaya Chanamo Agre Vadaya Chadure Vadaya Chanamo Andre Chamaniyase Chanamo Vrikshebhyo Harikeshebhyo Namastaraya Namah Shambhave Chamayo Bhave Chanama Shankaraya Chamayaskaraya Chanama Shivaya Shivakaraya Chanama Siddhyaya Punyaya Chanama Bhavyaya Bharyaya Chanama Prataranaya Chotaranaya Chanama Adharyaya Ladhyaya Chanama Sasyaya Penyaya Chanama Shitadyaya Prabhavyaya Shanti Shanti Shanti
Namaste Dhyaya Cha Kulyaya Cha
Namaste Dhyaya Chakulyaya Cha Namaste Dhyaya Chakulyaya Cha
Namah Padyaya Cha Vadyaya Cha
Namah Paryaya Cha Varyaya Cha Namah Paryaya Cha Varyaya Cha
Namah Prataranaya Chotaranaya Cha
Namah Prataranaya Chotaranaya Cha Namah Prataranaya Chotaranaya Cha
Namah Ataryaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha
Namah Adharyaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha Namah Adharyaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha
Namah Shashpyaya Cha Penyaya Cha
Namah Sasyaya Cha Penyaya Cha Namah Sasyaya Cha Penyaya Cha
Namah Sikatyaya Cha Prabhakyaya Cha
Namah Sikatyaya Cha Prabhavyaya Cha Namah Sikatyaya Cha Prabhavyaya Cha
Namaste Dhyaya Cha Kulyaya Cha Namah Padyaya Cha Vadyaya Cha Namah Prataranaya Chotaranaya Cha Namah Ataryaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha Namah Shashpyaya Cha Penyaya Cha Namah Sikatyaya Cha Prabhakyaya Cha
Namaste Dhyaya Chakulyaya Cha Namah Paryaya Cha Varyaya Cha Namah Prataranaya Chotaranaya Cha Namah Adharyaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha Namah Sasyaya Cha Penyaya Cha Namah Shitadyaya Cha Prabhavyaya Cha Dhyaya Chakulyaya Cha Namah Paryaya Cha Varyaya Cha Namah Prataranaya Chotaranaya Cha Namah Adharyaya Cha Ladhyaya Cha Namah Sasyaya Cha Penyaya Cha Namah Shitadyaya Cha Prabhavyaya Cha
Om Shanti 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 Namah Sabhabhya Sabhapatibhyascha Namah. We are studying the 8th Anuvakam, and the 8th Anuvakam is the center of the universe. And this 8th Anuvakam, last time we were studying the literal meaning of what Sivaya cha Sivataraya cha, and this particular Anuvakam, as I said, is the center of the universe and the center of the self. Our own self, spiritually, this Anuvakam connects us to the center of our own self. And this is the 8th Anuvakam. And when we connect to this, 8 is a number that has a special significance, just like 9 has a special significance. Each number has actually special significance. But there are some numbers that are very special. 1, 3, 5, 8, 9. And 1, of course, for the one. And 3 is for the 3 states of existence and the 3 times and the 3 different aspects of physical, metaphysical and spiritual being. 5 stands for the 5 elements of the nature. Panchami, Panchabhuteshi, Panchasankhyopacharini. Pancha, 5. Prapancha, the 5 that are emanating from the 5. The 5 that leads to the whole world is Prapancha. Pancha is 5. Pra means manifestation of the 5. Then the next number is 8. 8 is a special number too, in a different way. 8 stands for Maya. 8 stands, yes?
What about 7? There are 7 continents.
Yeah, there are 7 colors, 7 continents, etc. Yeah. In a way, the Saptarishis, the 7 different aspects of, Sapta Dhatu, there are 7 basically compositions of our body. 7 dhatus, yes, you are right. 7 is also important. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. These are the, of course, once you go to 10, it's the repetition of the 1 to 9 only, right? 7 is also important because there are 7 days in a week. Yeah. Okay. And yes.
One interesting fact, in Jeopardy, there was a question.
Uh,
The fruit juices,
uh,
whenever they say punch,
hmm.
the fruit punch,
Yeah.
actually the word punch comes from the Hindi word
Punch. Acha.
So all the punch fruits, actually juices, consist of 5 fruits, it seems.
Oh, very good. Excellent. Now, more reason to drink fruit juice. Okay, now, guys, more reason to drink fruit juice. Punch actually also means yes, yeah. The 5 fingers to punch, yeah. The punch becomes the punch. You can't make a fist without the 5, right? And Swami talks about even the 5, how beautiful the 5 are in forming the fist. You cannot say one finger is more important than the other. Only the person that doesn't have any one of the fingers knows how important the last finger is. And you can't make a strong fist without the 5. And so what I was talking about now, I said 8 is very important too. How is 8 important? 8 directions, okay. Ashtavinayaka, okay. 8 Vinayakas. Ashtalakshmis, yeah, very important. 8 ways of getting wealth. But people are connected to only one Lakshmi. They forget the other 7, right? What is the Lakshmi they are connected to? Dhanalakshmi. What about the other Lakshmis? You can name all of the Lakshmis? Vidya Lakshmi, Veera Lakshmi, Adi Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Veera Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi. Gaja Lakshmi, now we have become 10. I thought you said only 8 Lakshmis are there. Okay. Let one person say and the rest fill in the blanks and make sure he is not missing anything. Yes, Kumar, go. He is put on the spot. We will take Tejas. Okay. Go. Huh?
There are 8 ways we can reach God.
What are the 8 ways?
Compassion, non-violence,
Compassion, I will repeat because people on the phone can hear. Compassion, non-violence, truth,
compassion, non-violence, meditation, power.
hmm.
Power means energy.
Hmm.
Purity,
Excellent. Where did you read this? This is important. Knowledge. Very nice. Yes.
There is an eightfold path.
Arishat Vargal into 6. So 6 is also important. Now you see.
Eightfold path.
Now eightfold path of who? Buddha. Yes. The eightfold path of Buddha. That's important. That related to.
self-realization.
So all the dharmas that are related to the 8 dharmas that Buddha had given, those 8, yes? Lord Krishna is 8th child and Swami is also the 8th child. Okay, that's very good. Poor mothers. Okay, next. Huh? Anybody else? In 108 there is 8. 108 times we do the 108 names we chant. Why 108 names? Why not 116, 132, some other? 1 over 1 plus 0 plus 8 becomes 9. Okay. Of course 9 you all know why it is important. 9 is the unchanging number.
Saturn,
8 stands for Saturn.
Saturn is the one who reminds us to think about God.
Saturn reminds us to think about the God. How so?
Whenever we have problems, many people turn to God only when they have problems.
Oh,
It's supposed to be coming as God.
but they don't welcome Saturn though, right, Shani?
Whether they welcome or not, he comes and reminds them of God.
Okay.
We have 27 nakshatras, so each nakshatra has 4 fathers.
Hmm.
So whoever born, any grave, any whatever is born, has to have 4 fathers. So that 4 times, like 12, 27 times 4 is.
Wow. So many beautiful ways you are all explaining. Incredible. I didn't know that 8 has so much significance. 8 is also numerologically, it's a very interesting number. If you take 8 and multiply with 8 times 1 is 8 and it keeps on decreasing. It represents the transient nature of the body and the mind, constantly changing. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 1 less than? Yeah. ఏంట్రా ఆలోచిస్తున్నావు లెక్కలు 8 8 2 16 like that we used to chant when we were kids, tables. 8 times 3 is 24. 2 plus 4 is 1 less than the previous number. Keep doing the math. It keeps decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. It represents Maya, which constantly changes. The one doesn't change, that is the God. The zero, that is a constant, because zero is constant. You take zero and, right? And the zero represents the mother nature, the creation. The one and the zero, the combination of the two, becomes actually the Maya, the 8, that we associate ourselves with. We forget the one, we forget the zero, we are caught up with the 8.
Is that why binary code Is that why binary code
That's exactly the reason why binary code uses only 1 and 0. That's all it matters. Rest of the stuff doesn't matter. Very good. Yes, you will become a very proficient IT professional. Huh? 1 and 0 are the only thing that matter for binary code. The rest of the stuff, the matrix, is only two numbers. Matrix is only two numbers, 1 and 0. So what really matters is creator and the creation. But what we are associated with, what's called the Jagat, is the one that comes and goes. Ja means the one that is coming. Gat is the one that is going. We are coming, what comes and what goes is in between. That is Maya, that is the 8. The 1 and 0 remain constant. They never change. Creator and the creation, looking at these two together without separating them, this is jnana. Now you ask the question, why is this all related to this 8th Anuvaka? Huh? It's related to the 8th Anuvaka because very beautifully this 8th Anuvaka represents the Sri Chakram, which is our own body. And if you look at the mantra, how it is chanted, Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha comes in the center of that particular Anuvaka. You can go and figure it out at home. And then how it actually takes you inside is that it actually is a full going into the Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha is the creator and the creation. Namah Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha is the creation and the creator together. That's called in Sri Chakram Nada and Bindu, being and the will. Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha. Shiva means male aspect. Shiva means feminine aspect. Shiva is male aspect, Shiva is the feminine aspect. And for every divinity, the association is only related to this triangle. And the triangle that goes up and the triangle that is going down, the combination of these triangles becomes the Sri Chakram. If you look at what Sri Chakram is, a combination of triangles. And the triangles, one triangle going up, one triangle going down. The triangle going up represents Sat, Chit, Ananda. Triangle going down is also representing Sat, Chit, Ananda. The Kundalini raising, this is the star of David, the same star that represents the Judaism, the significance of Judaism, which also glorifies that God is omnipresent, and what these stars are, what these triangles are representing is Sat, Chit, Ananda going up, Sat, Chit, Ananda going down. The Kundalini raises through the 7 chakras, and the 8th chakra is where, maybe too high funda for you guys, but for those of you, I don't know why Swami is making me saying these things, but you have to understand the significance of this mantra is the most powerful mantra in the entire Gayatri mantra and Namah Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha. These are the two primordial mantras. Now, why I am talking about this is the context of Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha, Somaya cha Rudraya cha. These are the two sources, the core of the whole universe. Huh? You understand what I am saying? Yes? So, then the rest of the mantra is Tirthyaya cha, Kulyaya cha. Tirtha means waters, holy waters. Kulyaya cha means nobody is bringing Veda Pushpanjali nowadays. Kulyaya cha is what is written in Veda Pushpanjali. Anybody has Veda Pushpanjali? Idols installed on the banks, yes. Every tirtha is associated with a punya kshetra, generally speaking, and there is a bank of the tirtha. There is always a sacred, deity that is always present there. Tirthyaya cha, Kulyaya cha. Now Paryaya cha, Varyaya cha. What is it saying? Salutations to the one who is on the shore and on this side of the shore. Paryaya cha, Varyaya cha on the other side of the shore. Huh? Yeah. Obviously, you can connect to what that means, right? Very simple. Paryaya cha, Varyaya cha. You are banked by two banks. The one who is giving Paryaya cha means the one who is bestowing prosperity and also the blessedness beyond mortality. Prosperity while the jiva is in the body and even beyond mortality. Varyaya cha. Huh? Now, how do we know he bestows prosperity beyond the body if you are not alive? Right? You have to be alive to know that you are prosperous, no? Huh? You can fake your death. How do you do that? Huh? See in the movies. But what it is that the one who is bestowing prosperity beyond the mortal existence, you can still be in the body but not be attached to it. And that is the real prosperity. Beyond mortality means, Mrutyunjaya means, when we say about Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, what the meaning of that is, Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiva Bandhanat, Mrutyor Mrutshiyamamrutat. What it means, if you take a melon fruit, the melon fruit is attached to the peduncle, and when it is exactly mature, the melon slips from the peduncle. When it slips from the peduncle, what happens is that particular melon is now ready to harvest and to eat. It has perfect fruit quality. And then what happens? The aroma of this melon, immediately you walk into somebody's house, a nice ripe melon. In India we call it dosakai. Dosakai. When you walk into somebody's house, when there is a nice ripe melon, as soon as you walk in, you can recognize that there is a nice ripe melon at home. Not these stupid cantaloupes and all these things. They don't even have any smell at all. Forget about it. They don't even have any fruit quality. Forget about it. I'm talking about tropical nice melons that are available. Dosakai. Chakkati dosakai. It's very incredible. You don't even need to put anything. You just cut it and you put it in pappu, right? Makes it incredible. Yeah? Right? Now, this, what it is saying is, what this mantra is saying is, what is the prosperity beyond mortality means that you are disconnected from the attachment to the body. Dhruta Rashtra means the one who is attached to the body very strongly. Dhruta means very strong. Rashtra, attached to the body. Body attachment is called Dhritarashtra. When you have such strong body attachment, you are blind. Because you can't see the truth. And you are so attached, far away from reality. So how many of us have eyes, but yet we are Dhritarashtras? Yes? You are not. Okay, very good. Yeah, question? Okay. Oh, you admit it. Very good. That's the first. You are the Purvatapa. Yesterday he said, no, what Swami said about Arjuna. Incredible. Purvatapa. And so, the Paryayecha, Varyayecha means, and the prosperity incredibly, like the reason why I asked all those Lakshmis, is many people talk about only Dhanalakshmi, not the rest of the Lakshmis. But the other Lakshmis, if they are present, this Dhanalakshmi, whether she is present or not, it doesn't really matter. Because Kshema, Sthairya, Virya, Vijaya, Abhaya, Ayu, Arogya, then comes the Dhanalakshmi. So all those different Lakshmis are present when you are not attached to the body. This is a very interesting paradox. When you are detached, you are more prosperous than when you are attached. Huh? Isn't it? So, paryayacha, varyayacha, prataranaya, uttaranaya. Pratarana means, what do you say, ma? Oh, very good. Pratarana means salutations to the one who helps you cross the sin through ritual and knowledge. Pratarana. And Uttarana. Uttarayana, Pratarayana. Pratarana, Uttarana. Uttarana means, we talk about the different paths. How is ritual going to help you cross the ocean of the sin? And here is some people with misplaced spirituality. They think that ritual is non-spiritual. No, ritual is not non-spiritual. When you do the ritual with the spirit, it becomes spiritual. If you only have the spirit and you don't have the ritual, it is not spiritual. If you only have the ritual and you don't have the spirit, then it is not spiritual. It takes two words to make the word spiritual. Spirit plus ritual becomes spiritual. This is very important to recognize. This is very, very important concept to cognize. Because you cannot say that ritual is unimportant for an ordinary person. For a completely realized one, it is different. But the completely realized one is present only in a trillion. Not even a billion. In a trillion you will find one who is completely realized. And even those that are completely realized, for example, Bhagavan Ramana, he used to wear vibhuti. Bhagavan Ramana used to apply vibhuti. Bhagavan Ramana has no body consciousness, completely detached. Why would he wear vibhuti? Because it is his anushtana. Meaning what? He doesn't need to do any ritual. Because his breath is ritual. His walk is a ritual. His talk is a ritual. His look is a ritual. Everything that he does in itself is a ritual. Why? Because he is constantly in God consciousness. Atmatvam girija matihi parichara prana. There is a beautiful slokam that Shankaracharya says. Atmatvam, you are Atma. Girija matihi, my mind is the consort, your consort. When the mind is the God's consort, what does it do? Generally speaking, the consort follows the husband. Generally speaking, please don't get me wrong. And then what happens is, when the mind is constantly following the spirit, does it do anything else other than what the spirit wants it to do? No. But whatever the mind is now doing, paricharah prana, then he says all those, parichara, means the ones that are actually serving are my 5 pranas. Hello, this is very beautiful shloka. If you really, kayahi pandhari, atmaha vittala. My body is Pandharpur, my atma is Vittala. And we say, Shirdi Maje Pandharpura, Sai Baba Ramavara, Baba Ramavara, Sai Baba Ramavara, Shuddha Bhakti Chandra Bhaga, Bhava Pundalika Jaga, Pundalika Jaga, Bhava Pundalika Jaga, Yagho Yagho Avaghe Jana, Karu Baba Si Vandana, Sai Si Vandana, Karu Baba Si Vandana. Very beautiful. Shuddha Bhakti Chandra Bhaga. When you have pure devotion, then that becomes the river of constantly flowing. Paricharah Prana, whatever breath I am taking in and out, actually there are 10 different types of pranas that we have. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana, Naga, Kurma, Krukara, Datta, Dhananjaya. There are 10 different pranas that enable your body. We only know 5. Just like for Omkar, we think there are only 3 syllables. A, Uma. But Omkar has 8 syllables, not 3 syllables. Similarly, what we are talking about in the context of Paricharah prana means even the breath is your servant, is what he is saying. Hello. Even my breath is your servant. How is my breath your servant? Because every time I take a breath, I say, I am that, I am that, I am that. So hum, so hum, so hum. If you tune your breath to constantly say, I am that, I am that, I am that, I am you, I am you, I am you, every time when you take a breath, you are offering your gratitude to the God that is making you take this breath in and breath out without your effort, and it is automatically becoming a servant to Him. Every breath becomes His servant. Why I am talking about this? I haven't forgotten the topic, spiritual. That's what I am talking. What is the ritual? For a great realized soul, this is the ritual. Even they are engaged in ritual. But their ritual is now not associated with external ritual. Everything is beautifully connected inside. Paricharah prana sakha. Sariram gruham. Body becomes a temple. Body becomes a temple. Now you understand what the significance of this statement is. When body is a temple, how do you keep a temple? Serene, pristine. You will keep it very well, clean. You wouldn't abuse the temple. You don't go put all kinds of unusable substances into your body, because it is a temple. Which fool stands in a temple and smokes? Which fool stands in a temple and does things that the temple should not contain? When you say my body is a temple, how beautifully you have to maintain that. Sariram gruham. Sariram gruham. My body is your temple. Yadyat. Wherever I walk, it becomes a pradakshinam. When you say, my walk is pradakshinam for God, will you allow your feet to be taken to the places where they should not go? Sancharah padayo pradakshina vidhi. Sancharah padayo pradakshina vidhi. Means wherever I am going, this is pradakshina. Yadyat karma karomi tattadakhilam shambho tavaradhanam. Whatever work I am doing, my action, and that is your worship, O dear Lord. And who said this? Shankaracharya said this, Adi Shankaracharya. And when he declared this, did he declare that there is no need to do ritual? No, because every act of his is a ritual. Right? Hello. And therefore, for those great souls also, whatever they say is Veda. Whatever they do is a ritual, because they are constantly in communion with the Supreme Soul. But for us that is not practical. Therefore we have to do Anushtanam. Every day morning you have to do Anushtanam. You have to spend, children, listen to this carefully. You don't have to chant any mantras. You don't need to do any worship if you don't know how to do it. But if you know it, it is always preferred that you do it. That's why they call ignorance is bliss. If you don't know, you don't have to do it. But ignorance is bliss means that once you know Gayatri Mantra, why can't you just sit down in front of God every day at least for 5 minutes? Just chant 3 Gayatris. More is preferred. But why can't we do that? What stops us every day when we get up in the morning? And just 2 minutes of contemplation. Oh Lord, thank you for waking me up from your womb. Now I am going to undertake your work with your guidance in the spirit of your love and grace. Let me not hurt anyone. Let no one hurt me. Therefore, whatever I do is your work. Hello? How long did it take to say that? Less than a minute. And that is gratitude to God. What we are saying is, when you do this, the one who actually makes you cross over the sin through ritual as well as by knowledge. Knowledge of what? The self. And that's why there is a Sandhya Vandanam. Every day you have to do at least Sandhya Vandanam. And when you do the Sandhya Vandanam, there is a mantras that actually talk about how you actually purify your body and your mind through Gayatri Mantra. And this Sandhya Vandanam, of course, nowadays people don't even wear the safety belt. This is called the safety belt. For those that are supposed to wear the safety belt, what an incredible grace of the God it is that you got a safety belt you can wear. It goes like this way only. Safety belt. And that is the Yajnapavitam. The Yajnapavitam is the safety belt. And they don't even wear this Yajnapavitam. They tie it as a belt, or they don't even have it. They abuse it. And I can tell you this. These are people only God can pity for their ignorance. Only God can pity for their ignorance. Because they have no idea what this Yajnapavitam really means. And if they understood what it is, I will promise you, they will treat it like a sacred, most sacred thread, safety belt. How many of you want to drive at 80 miles per hour not wearing a safety belt, and you know you will be hitting some place, something, and then boom, when it hits, then you realize, oh my God, if I wore my safety belt, if I had those airbags, I would be saved from my life. And this is the reason why there is Sandhya Vandanam every day that you worship God. This is Anushtana. And this Anushtana ritual is Shraddha. This is what Shirdi Baba said. Anushtana is Shraddha. Shraddha means everything you said is correct. How many different ways you said it? All of what you said is absolutely right on. Devotion, faith, deep interest, discipline, commitment, Shraddha. Shraddha means you serve the God like a dog serves its master. And this is Anushtana. If you imagine how these boys serve Swami when you watch them, amazing. You will not even have an idea about how they serve Swami. They can know exactly what he is saying just by his look. They can tell what Swami is saying. He wouldn't even have to tell, I am getting up from their chair. One guy will be just watching the stool like a hawk, and his foot only all the time, like this. Nothing else is happening. Only watching his foot and the stool. A signal will come his feet. They remove the stool. Swami doesn't even say a single word, take away the stool, nothing like that. This is Shraddha for God. This is Shraddha for God. What we do, God is sitting in front of us, we don't have the discipline to look at Him. And I'm not saying you means not you. Please don't take it personally. You also means me. Don't take it personally and get offended, Sairam. What I mean by that is Shraddha. And it comes with the training. It comes with incredible discipline and training. And then Shirdi Baba said also, what's the second word he said? Saburi. What is Saburi? Patience. What is Saburi? Patience. What is Saburi? Practice. What is Saburi? Patience is correct. And the patience actually is to wait for His grace. You don't impose on Him. Hey, come on, I've been coming and to your Sai Center for so many years. How come you are not giving this to me? I've been a devotee for 40 years. How come you have not given me interview? I've been coming to you for so long. How come you didn't give me a ring? How come you have not done this to me? You don't ask the master. Hello. This is the reason why we have to be dogs for the God. Because a dog has both Shraddha and Saburi. It waits. It's very faithful to the master. But the dog, you see, you put food in front of the dog. If you tell, don't move, will the dog go eat it? Generally speaking, no. It will wait for the master to tell. It will wait for the master to tell. It will wait until the master is saying, now, good, go. It says, okay, now it will go. Then you say, good dog, good dog. I am saying this dog is very important. The dogs for the God are actually the Vedas. Even the Vedas are the dogs for Dattatreya. Even the Vedas are faithfully waiting for Dattatreya to tell. The knowledge of the self comes. Imagine, if the Vedas are the dogs for the God, when you get His grace, what do you think? You already got all the Vedas, all the Shastras, all the Puranas, all the Sangeetam, all the Sahityam. That's why you see incredible, these boys, none of them are musicians, none of them are poets, none of them are all of that stuff. They can sing, they can dance, they can do sports, they can do this. Why? God's grace is there. Hello children, remember this very carefully. He is here now, physically, all the time with us. How unfortunate we are not to understand what the grace of this God is. What lost opportunity in our life. Today morning we were talking until 3 o'clock in the morning. All the things about Swami, how incredible His grace is, how many ways the grace comes. And sometimes it is very tough. It's like incredible taskmaster. Impossible to even to deal with the Guru. Same thing with Dattatreya Avataram also. In fact, it is impossible to recognize the divinity in him because he throws that at us, not to recognize him also. But then you have to wait and wait. Why I am saying Prataranaya, Uttaranaya. Pratarana, Uttarana. By knowledge and by ritual, he washes away all your sins. And this knowledge is now, when you watch God, you understand, oh my God, this is the way my life should be. This is the way I should live my life. This is the way it becomes a role model. He becomes it becomes, even very simple, to shamelessly emulate a devotee is enough. Shamelessly emulate a devotee. Shamelessly emulate Hanuman. Shamelessly emulate Namdev. Shamelessly emulate Janabai. Shamelessly emulate Muktabai. Shamelessly emulate Mirabai. If you shamelessly emulate God, that in itself becomes ritual. Prataranaya, Uttaranaya cha. Ataryaya cha, Ladhyaya cha. Atarya means the one who is the cause of all the rebirths. And Aladhyaya, Nama Prataranaya Chottaranaya cha, Nama Ataryaya cha, Ladhyaya cha. What that means is that he is the one who is the cause of rebirths. Now how do we understand that? How can God be the cause of rebirths? Give me 2-minute warning, Sairama. Yeah, you set up the alarm? Okay, very good. Don't hit snooze. Okay. And Ataryaicha, Ladhyaicha means the karma is actually the one that is the cause of the rebirth. And yesterday brother beautifully described what action and reaction, how Bhagavan, how beautifully, very simply, I've never heard an explanation so simple as hitting the ball to the wall, how it comes back. You don't expect it, it automatically comes back. And engaging in this action is actually, he is the one that is the karma. And also karma dhvamsine namaha. Karma dhvamsine namaha. And the fact behind the experience of the karma, the truth behind experience of the karma is aladhyayacha. This is very deep for some of these children. I'm wondering what the heck is all of this stuff. But don't worry, just imbibe it. A time will come when you ruminate it like a cow. All of this stuff, you bring it out. And then a time will come, oh my God, at that time I didn't understand it. And what happens is, when you are really ruminating on it, it has to come back. It's like chewing the cud. And then you will really connect to it and say, this is incredible. Nobody, all this knowledge that is in this Anuvakam, I will connect with the Sheshpyayacha, Phenyayacha. Sheshpya means tender grass. Phenya means the foam that comes with the wave. That is related to actually rebirth and the karma also. How it is, probably we will study, yes, we will study next class. When next class is 12th, right? Yeah, 12th we will have the class. 19th we won't have the class because of part 4 glory of Sai Avatar. So with that we'll close with Om and 3 Shantis. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti